Hello friends, welcome to Daily Knowledge. This video is about 12 most valuable and rare stamps of India which are worth collecting in the coming year. At number 1 is 10 rupees Gandhi stamp issued in 1948. Now in August 1948, India celebrated the first anniversary of its independence. Indian Postal Service launched a special 10 rupees stamp depicting Mahatma Gandhi. Only 200 specimens of the 10 rupees Gandhi stamp were overprinted with service, and they were issued for the use of Governor General of India. So this makes it the world's least printed philatelic issue. Only 18 examples are known in existence today. Now, a strip of 4 of these rare 10 rupees Gandhi stamps were sold for record £500,000 at Stanley Gibbons auction in April 2017. At number 2 is inverted head 4 annas issued in 1854. Now, this is considered to one of the most valuable Indian stamps. It was one of the first multicolored varieties in the world that was issued in India. This stamp is also so special because of the error. The head of the Queen Victoria was printed upside down on exactly 206,040 copies. The mistake was discovered in year 1890 and only 28 examples are now known to exist today. Now inverted head 4 anna was sold for about $170,500 at Spink auction in October 2010. Now at number 3 is 2 anna black on blue green, and it is a vintage Indian stamp which is released in 1896. Now this is one of the most interesting items of the Tattab's first issue. This stamp is imperforate without gum and hand stamped with a circular control in blue. Philatelists estimate that only 5 specimens of this rare collectible are available to the collectors today. One of them is affixed to a piece and cut into, another is defective. Now the finest of these samples appeared at Stanley Gibbons auction that took place in May 2021. The item was with minor thin spots from the hinge removal, which is characteristic of this fragile issue. Now this was sold for £58,000 or roughly $80,701. Considered as a wonderful collectible of the highest rarity and importance, the lot achieved a record price ever paid for a Tattab stamp. Now at number 4 is 1854 4 anna second printing. This is one of the country's first issue consisting of a simple designs, and it shows a profile bust of Queen Victoria, the country name India, and the denomination in words 4 annas. Now these stamps were printed locally and were issued imperforate. This particular stamp that once was a part of famous collection of Maurice Bureau's was sold for triple its pre-sale estimate, or the equivalent of $51,200, and this took place at Spink auction in September 2016. Now next is half anna Dawk stamp. Scinde is the British spelling of the name of the province of Scinde, Indian princely state, and Dawk, the anglicised spelling of the Hindustani word dark or post. Now one of the rarest classic of philately, this stamp was first issued on July 1, 1852. They were often used as a seal or wax seal, and many were destroyed after the letters were opened. The red stamps were issued first and the blue examples were released later. But shortly after their release, the Dawks were withdrawn from use. Now a very rare unused example of Dawk half anna blue stamp with excellent embossing and large margins and natural inclusion spot at second end of the anna was sold for about $28,342 by David Feldman on May 19, 2011. Number 6 is half anna scarlet Dawk stamp. The half anna red color Dawk was the first stamp issued in all of the Asia. Now because it was embossed on wafer, less than 100 items are now known to exist. and this gives 1852 Scinde Dawk stamp the status of exceedingly rare. Now, one 1852 half Anna scarlet Scinde Dawk stamp, which was impressed in scarlet wax, was sold for about $27,000 at H.R. Hartner auction in June 2016. Now, number 7. King George V 1R stamp is one of the prominent Indian items issued to honor the Emperor of India. The classic stamp shows the profile of King George that is enclosed in a frame and ornamented with the images of elephants and their riders. However, the stamp with an error is rare and more valuable. The collectible with a mistake has the profile of a king omitted. Only 8 possible samples from a single sheet were discovered without the chocolate printing. Now, one of the finest copies with selvage cutter appeared at Christopher Gardner's sale that took place in March 2011. Now, this lot had toned gum and it was never inked and had minor horizontal crease barely visible from the front, and it was mentioned only for accuracy. Now, this was sold for about $25,800. Number 8. 1866 Provisional Stamp was introduced due to the Post Office Act 14 on 1st May 1866. These improvised stamps were done by taking foreign bill revenues, cutting off the top and bottom inscriptions, and overprinting the stamp service postage. Now, the design consisted of the usual Victoria profile, one 1866 2A violet color with inscriptions intact was sold for about $19,000 at Spring auction that took place in October 2010. Now, these 1866 2A violet official provisional stamps is thought as one of the most important Indian stamps. Now, number 9. 1929 King George V definitive with a sideways watermark is a unique variety of the India's definitive stamp. The single-used stamp's genesis is uncertain, though there are a couple of theories that exist today. A hole in the unprinted sheet could have been patched with a slip of stamp paper rotated at 90 degrees. Now, accompanied by a 1997 Royal Philatelic Society London certificate, 1929 King George V definitive with a sideways watermark was auctioned for $16,750 by Christopher Gardner during its 35th philatelic sale on October 11, 2016. Number 10. India Birds of Prey Error is a modern Indian rarity that displays 1 R instead of 2 R. Now, the mistake was discovered shortly after printing, with most specimens destroyed. The stamp was supposed to have 2 R value, however a printing error was made and the stamp got 1 R denomination. Now, moreover, the stamp got the Hindi name of the bird incorrect. The issue was released in 1992 and by 1998 3 of the errors have been discovered in the share packs. Now, it is thought that all other 1 R specimens were destroyed by the Indian Post Office. One of the finest examples of this extraordinary stamp was sold for $16,172 at Stanley Gibbons auction in June 2011. Now, number 11. Ditya Half-Anna black on orange paper is a prominent India feudatory state stamp as only 4 specimens exist today. Now, from 1893 to about 1920, it issues its own stamps. The finest of 4 examples of the Ditya Half-Anna black on orange paper was sold for $13,800 at Cherrystone auction on July 26, 2017. Now, being part of the Bevel collection of the worldwide stamps, the lot had a blue hand stamp control mark and unused gum. It also had the certificate of authenticity from the recognized British expert Peter Holcomb. And the last one. 1968 Triennial Art Exhibition is a special Indian stamp which was issued on 31st March 1968 to mark the first Triennial, which is an event of major significance to the artist in India and abroad. Now the first exhibition was inaugurated at New Delhi on 10 February 1968. One of the finest examples of the 1968 first triennial exhibition with orange omitted error was offered for $10,000 by Robert A. Siegel on November 15, 2017. Now this is one of the most desirable modern philatelic errors of India that consist on the absence of orange color on the stem. Only 14 examples of this philatelic item have been recorded. Okay friends, thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more informative videos on stamps and coins.